So we got let's see here. Holiday Tone sends in $5. He says, if all of you have withhold sales case back on sex for compliance. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. If all of you have withhold sex for compliance, how would you feel if he withheld his protection because you didn't give him sex and he let you get robbed? Yeah, I kind of went through that. Yeah. But let's just see. Raise the hands. If your man withheld sex for withhold protection for compliance, how would that make you feel? Let's start with you.
I feel like I would feel the same way with him about sex.
You'll feel like, what the heck?
I
think you'll probably feel worse.
Oh, I mean, for sure. Because I'd be like, if you're not doing the bare minimum, what are you here for? Yeah. And keep in mind, ladies, I think it's, if I have the statistic right, but 70% of marriages are sexless. Yeah, I think that's the stat. Correct me if I'm wrong. So 70% of marriages, like women are withholding sex for compliance. So guys aren't hardly ever getting their baseline when they marry a chick. And they commit to the chick for the baseline for that. And they don't even get that. It's like, God dang. Mm-hmm. But okay, you said that you'll feel bad. And what about you? How would you feel?
What was the question one more time?
Yeah, so if the man withhold his protection for compliance and you got robbed and he let you get robbed, how would you feel?
I would be sad and scared.
Scared, got you. Would you break up with him?
Maybe.
Would you break up with your man if he let you get robbed?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you break up with your man if he let you get robbed?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. See, Holiday Tone, they know. But, I mean, guys don't be breaking up with chicks when they withhold sex for compliance. But I do encourage you, men. If your girl is withholding sex for compliance, cheat. Get out of there. Don't listen to this guy. Just leave. She don't deserve your time or attention anymore, bro. She's for the streets and will always remain for the streets. We got Chris Butler sends him $5. He says, ladies, what are the 3 things that your exes would describe you in a relationship? Good, bad, but not all good. Okay. So it's good, bad, or not all good. Let's start over here. Chelsea, so out of those 3 things, how would your ex describe you? Like, good, bad, or not all good?
It can't be all good. It has to be good and bad.
Like what he would say?
Yeah.
No, it's not true, but what he would say.
What
like if you asked him,
like
he would say I'm crazy, I'm psychotic, and abusive, probably.
Okay. All right.
Then he's telling the truth.
Yeah. No, he's not.
Yeah, men normally tell the truth.
Yeah.
Because they kind of speak from their logical mind.
Yeah.
Like, if you even think about it, right? Like, domestic violence happens. Men normally get charged for domestic violence. But guess what domestic violence is? Burning your clothes, keying your car, flattening your tires, throwing something at you. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's domestic violence. And women, look, you over there like, oh, yeah, I keyed that nigga car. What you do before? Okay, exactly, fair enough. Exactly. You already know. So what I'm saying is that
I'm not like denying that I'm not, but it's just like what drove me to that point.
I hate when women say that.
Because it's true, and I'm not like, if you're a normal guy, you're not like my ex. Then
but why doesn't a man ever get the benefit of the doubt or the question as what drove him to the point of slapping her across the room, even though it's not good? Guys, don't put your hands on women.
Right.
But it's never even thought like what drove him to the point to slap you across the room. Right? Like, men don't get that benefit of a question to even be asked.
Has anyone
but
been
y'all get that benefit of the question like, well, I keyed his car because of like X, Y, Z.
Yeah. Not right in the head.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about average guys.
Wait, time out. I was just speaking. What just happened there?
No, I was just like, I'm just trying to figure out if anyone's ever been with someone who's genuinely crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about normal average men. I'm talking about someone who's genuinely like not right in the head.
I'm going to say yeah, but I feel like you attract those people.
Yeah, like, absolutely.
So there's qualities in you that support that.
Yeah.
So I think
I just met him when I was young. I was 16. Like, I didn't know any better.
Women are manipulative, so you guys drive men to do things that we don't normally do. I'm not saying I did anything like that, but women love to provoke men because they know that he can't hit me, or he won't hit me, or he won't do X, Y, and Z. And so I would ask you a question. So what?
Hold on, let me go around. Save it with this question. So What would your three exes, or what's three things that your exes would say?
Yeah.
It's her turn.
Yeah.
So, would your ex say that you're good, bad, or not all that good? What would your ex say about you?
Nice, kind,
Man,
little psycho.
okay, he'll say that. Little psycho. Oh,
But
okay.
men are crazy. But men are crazy.
Y'all just talk. She just asked. Okay, fair enough. What about you, Kara? And I'm sorry, am I pronouncing your name right? Is it Kiara or Kara?
Kiara.
Kiara. Okay. What about you? In regards to your ex, what would your ex say about you?
Good and bad.
Yeah. It's either good, bad. So would he say anything good? Would he say that you're bad, good, or would he say, well, she's not all that good?
Oh, I thought you said if he had anything bad, negative, or like, you know, to say, like, what would it be?
Yeah, or it could be that. Yeah, what would he
That's
say?
better. That's a better question.
Maybe manipulative.
See?
That I still haven't put my finger on.
Said that.
And maybe it's selfish. Selfish. He would say selfish, and
Well, y'all all manipulative because y'all withhold sex for compliance. Like, think about how manipulative that is. Like, say if we withheld our
But
protection,
what's
like
the
thing.
reason? Why did I withhold it?
Is it on purpose?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
So-
matter.
so-
So we're just supposed to just
Ladies.
say, okay.
You're not giving. I'm sure there's a reason why the man would withhold his protection for compliance, but you don't care about that. It's like, bro, someone just stole my purse and robbed me. You're not gonna do nothing. Who cares about the reason? Protect me. You know what I'm saying? Who cares about the reason? Give me sex. Like, what's going on? I'm in a relationship with you. I know there are reasons, and I'm sure reasons matter, right? But it's like, god dang. And I would say men would take a bullet for you. More guys would take a bullet for women than women would have sex with their own men. Just think about it. I think the stat is, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, Google it, look it up. But I think it's like 70% of marriages are sexless that was reported. Or it's like either 50 to 70. I don't know. I think is that stat. But that just tells you that, well, those are guys that's still doing their duties in a relationship, still holding up his end of his bargain of what he's doing, his duties, but she's not holding up her end of her duties. And he'll also take a bullet for you. Like, think about that.
yeah, and one of the main ones for sure is jealousy.
Oh, well, okay. That's
That
what your
one-
ex would say about you?
Yeah, that's a make it or break it. That's a
That's
make
what
it
one
or
of your
break it.
exes would
Jealousy is
say?
a make it or break it.
Okay, got you. So one of your exes would say
That
that
one's for the
you
books.
jealous.
Make it or break it.
What about you? What would your exes say about you?
He would say I'm considerate. Always looking out.
Okay.
Okay, now name a bad
But
thing.
got an attitude.
There we go.
You got an attitude?
Yeah.
I could tell you got an attitude.
Yeah.
You look like you throw chinglatas.
No,
Like from a far distance. Like you
No.
won you in the Guinness Book of World Records for throwing it past a football field, no?
No.
And you got perfect accuracy, like papa.
I mean, I
Right
do.
in the forehead.
I do got accuracy, but
Okay.
See? She threw
right.
some stuff before. She definitely
no,
threw some
I
stuff.
just did the Spartan and I threw a spear and I actually hit a target. So that's how I know I got
okay.
accuracy.
Oh, okay.
Good for you. All right.
Don't give her a
She
knife.
got aim. Yeah, don't give her anything. Lock all the cabinets. And Ease, you had a question, right? You forgot it?
Yeah, I did. I forgot.
Come on, bro. All right, let's. You remember it?
No,
All right, let's get some super chats. We
Get
got
super chats.
Elevate sends in $10. He says, new to the podcast and our team loves it. New to the podcast and our team loves it and listens when packing orders. Open to a sponsorship. We personalize and hair regrowth oils and serums for men and women with thousands of reviews already on Amazon. Oh, okay. Yeah. Evaluate. Hit us in the email. We are open to a sponsorship. Hit us in the email at Cooley Big Business. It's in the description, but
It's elevate, bro. Elevate.
what'd you say?
Elevate. Because you said evaluate. It's elevate.
Oh yeah, I'm bugging. Elevate. Sorry, I said elevate the first time. Elevate. Hit us in the description. Well, hit us in the email. The email is in the description. So yeah, it's at our Gmail.
But I do remember my question, though.
Okay.
Can
you
I say
said-
something to Chelsea real quick too on behalf of what she was saying? I just feel like I gotta nip it.
Sure.
Do
go
you
ahead.
mind?
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry. Chelsea, you said something about like what if they're just psycho? Remember you said like, oh, but what if they're
Yeah,
just
like if
psycho?
you were with someone who's just like crazy, like they're not right in the mind.
Right. I'm not justifying it, but just to help you out a little bit, men are like really territorial.
I do have
You'll let that sink in a little bit. I think what she's saying is like sometimes you can think a man is psycho because he's like, where you going? Who you with?
it
What
has
you
nothing to do
wearing?
with that. No.
Okay, it's not that kind of psycho. Okay, but that's what the territorial would come into place where some woman can see that as he's being psycho.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Would you say, East?
Okay, so my question was because you said that your ex would say that you're crazy or whatever, and Danielle said that her ex said that she might be a little psycho, and you didn't want to answer what crazy thing you did to your ex. So my question is, what did you guys do to make your ex say that you're psycho and made you do that crazy thing that you didn't want to admit to? It doesn't matter who goes
What crazy
first.
thing did I do?
So you
So all the people that said that they do crazy things, he want to know what's the crazy thing you did.
like, what did he do to make you do that crazy thing that you did?
Yeah, what did he
Or
do? to
how
make
did you act that made your ex call you crazy, psycho, or made you act out in a way that's quote unquote crazy? Or
But that's two different questions, East.
Like-
It's either what question you want them to answer. You want them to answer the reason why they acted out crazy, like what got them to that reason, or do you want them to say what they actually did that was crazy?
No, I don't want to know what they did. I want to know what the guy did to make you
get them
act-
there.
To get them there, yeah.
Lie.
That's it. I was like, there was
Ooh,
lying.
I like honesty.
So
That keeps me going.
Okay, let's go around.
Okay,
Then give
okay,
yours. I
okay,
see where you're
okay.
going with it. What about you?
Wait. I would say lie too.
lie.
Okay, all right.
Lie could be
What
this
about
big.
you?
Do you want like an actual like situation or just like a general answer?
Just the thing, general
Like-
answer.
Like, what did he do
What'd he do?
to make you act quote unquote crazy or psycho?
Cheated on me after I had our daughter.
Okay.
Disrespect.
Disrespect.
Like,
In
be
what
more
way, though?
specific.
Like
Yeah,
name calling, talking down to me, or just like saying things that are demeaning.
Okay, and what's the crazy thing you did?
I don't even know. It wasn't anything
You
that
broke
crazy.
his Xbox?
No, we would just argue, like, because back then, like, I was just always in something toxic, I would say. So,
Okay.
like, it was just, he would be upset about something and I would be upset about something. I feel like two angry people just start to, like, bicker. And
Yeah.
then it starts to get, like, a little hateful, I guess.
Okay.
So I say like that.
What about you? What's one of well, and do your question first. Yours is what got you to the point of
Right. So now, what did you do that was quote unquote
Crazy.
or psycho? When he lied and
yeah, let's go with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you do?
In your case, he cheated on you after you guys had a kid. So
Yeah, so what did you do?
So what did you do?
In
that was-
retaliation to that specific
Yeah,
thing.
like
Right,
what was
right,
the crazy
yeah.
thing you did?
I mean, I didn't do anything crazy that time.
Talk about the
Okay,
time
so
you did do
just
something
any
crazy.
time. The time
Right.
you did do something
there
crazy.
was a
What
time
was it?
he there was a time where it was on Mother's Day actually. He wouldn't let me see my daughters on Mother's Day, so I kicked like 20 dents in his truck.
Kick like with your foot.
Dang.
You strong.
It was a, it was a Toyota. What is it called? Tacoma. The new cars now, like they dent so easily.
Shorty guys, steel toes. She kicked it with some steel toes on. Okay, what's the crazy thing you did?
I don't know, nothing too crazy.
Name it. What was it? What was that thing that was in too
Burnt his
crazy?
clothes. Followed him around.
No.
Stole his car.
Just like basically like cursed him out. Like nothing crazy. I'm not.
You ain't never do nothing crazy. You ain't never
You
flattened
just
a
said that your
tire.
ex would call you psycho. Why would he call you
Yeah,
psycho?
why would he call you
What did
psycho?
you do? What did
Yeah.
you
I
do?
didn't do anything. I said a little psycho.
Oh, so why would he say a little psycho? What did you do that made him think that you might be a little psycho?
I overanalyze things, and sometimes people think you're crazy for that.
Okay, yeah, that could be deemed as psycho if she's in her head.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's saying what's in her head. Like, God dang, woman, shut up. You annoying.
So hold on. So Kiara, so you said when he lied, what is the crazy thing that you did when he lied to you?
Probably yell, get smart,
You didn't damage anything, break anything,
Hit him.
hit him
I'm not really much of a hitter like that.
like that.
No, I won't hit him.
You
Did
ever
you
hit
hit
it?
him?
You ever hit a man?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one.
What that guy do for to be hit?
Probably laugh in my face.
Yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, she about to hit you, but
Yo.
don't laugh. She's about to hit
Yo,
you. Don't
it's
laugh.
crazy. I know I asked that question, but it's crazy how guys, tell a little lie, a little white lie, laugh in the chick face, and we getting physically abused.
Physically.
Yo, that's
So
wild.
it look like domestic violence comes majority from women than men.
And there is a statistic out. I don't know the number, but I know it is a fact.
They
But
said that-
domestic violence occurs
The most in
more
lesbian
in lesbian relationships.
Yes.
So for lesbian relationships, that's where it occurs most. And the reason why is because women are higher in trait neuroticism. So that means that you feel more negative emotions than a man. You already are higher in estrogen, so you feel more emotions than a man, and you get your period each month, right? So you feel more emotions, but also you feel more negative emotions. So then when you get two people in a relationship that are neurotic people, well, the probability goes up for it to be domestic violence and stuff like that. So yeah, so lesbian relationships, they don't last, and they normally end quick, and they normally end in violence. So yeah,
Interesting.
yep. And so if we think about that, right? So let's accumulate all of this, just generally speaking, logically thinking with that stat. Generally speaking, if women are more neurotic and they feel more negative emotions, that's a reason why women initiate 80% of the divorces, right? 50% of marriages end in divorce, and then women initiate 80% of those divorces because they feel more negative emotions. But that would tell us that, well, it's not always the man's fault of why the relationship ends. It's the way women just tend to handle things. You handle it poorly. You know what I mean? When you kind of peel back the layers and look at it, what's your thoughts on that?
We think we run the world.
I don't
We
know.
think we're in charge.
Okay. You think you want a world? You
We
think
think
you're
we're
in charge?
the prize.
Okay.
That's a question right there. Do you ladies think who do you think is the prize in a relationship, man or the woman?
Let's do show of hands if you think the woman is the prize. Show of hands.
I mean,
In a
what
relationship.
way?
Steve, get it on.
Don't make it
all of them.
complicated. Who's the prize in a relationship, man
Yeah,
or woman?
show of hands.
Like,
Yeah, let's not make it complicated. Let's do show of hands. If you think the woman is the prize in a relationship, raise your hand.
Good job.
Okay, on this couch? No. If you think the man is the prize in a relationship, raise your hand.
You got to pick something. You got to pick.
Okay, what you pick, man or woman?
She didn't pick anything.
I said I picked woman.
Oh, you picked woman.
Woman
And what did you
prize?
pick?
woman.
Woman.
All right, well, let's do this again so the audience can see it.
Actually, raise your hand.
Yeah, actually raise your hand, ladies. If you think the woman is the prize in a relationship, put it on this camera first. Raise your hand. Okay,
Okay.
on this couch. Oh, no woman. Okay. You do think the woman is the prize. Okay, raise your hand again. All right. If you
Okay.
think the man is the prize in a relationship, raise your hand. Okay. On this couch.
You got to pick. You didn't pick anything. You got to pick.
Why do I have to pick? I can't just
Because
be both.
no, you can't.
Yeah, you can't be both.
You got to
That's what
pick.
I think.
What do you think? We'll give you a chance. What do you think, man or woman?
It's your
If-
honest opinion.
Gun to your head. Got to make a decision. Who you choosing?
The woman.
Okay.
Woman?
Raise your hand.
Raise your hand. There we go.
All right. So the woman. So everyone thinks the woman is the prize
But us.
in a relationship, but us. Okay. And let's go with starting with you, Chelsea. Why do you think the woman is the prize in a relationship?
I don't know, because I feel like relationships, men are usually the ones pursuing the women. Like, they look at us like a prize kind of thing.
Okay. And what about you?
I just think the woman is the one that could make a house a home and, raise children and be like the maternal figure. And I mean, that's a prize to be sought, no?
Okay. What about you? Yeah.
The
Why do you think
woman, the woman is the helper. She's the companion. That's the prize.
All right. You?
Yeah.
I say the woman because we're the ones that have to be a little bit more selective with our partner versus like men are kind of like used to just like dogging anything out there almost. Like
Well,
they don't have to
isn't
be.
that- Wouldn't that mean that? You're saying that women are more selective and men aren't selective. So that means that women have more standards than a man,
Yeah.
and a man has less standards than a woman when
Right.
he's meeting.
And then-
so wouldn't you say that, let's just logically think about this. Wouldn't you say that the person that has that has to meet more standards, right? That has to meet more standards and be chose, right? In a relationship that has to meet more standards. Wouldn't you say that that gender is the prize because they have to meet more standards than the other gender?
No, because
How isn't it?
because I feel like women have to be the ones like you said, like men are known to like females' pictures, right, and stuff like that. So I feel like men have less discernment and that stuff. So I feel like a man wants a woman who is has a little bit more of that and a little bit more selective. So I feel like in that sense, that's why we're the prize.
Okay, so
To
you're
most-
using discernment for a man's actions of liking pictures.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that women are more of the argumentative ones in relationships?
For sure.
Okay, well that's lacking discernment.
Facts, but that goes back to the emotional side that like we kind of have to learn to, keep in tune or whatever.
Got you, but I'm just saying that you're saying that men lack discernment when it comes to liking girls' pictures.
Right.
We could also say women lack discernment in a lot of areas of controlling their emotions.
Right.
Meaning they act on how they feel instead of acting despite how they feel.
Right.
So that's lacking discernment. They're not having the ability to make good judgment when it comes to regulating their emotions.
Right.
So I would say that that's all in void then if you're using discernment as a metric to say who's the prize.
But you're using discernment on you're trying to compare the phone situation with the arguing situation, and it's two different levels of discernment, I would say.
No, discernment is just one thing. Discernment is having
Right.
the ability to make good judgment.
Right, but then the levels of judgments are different, right? Like your level of a judgment of, you doing something severe versus something not as severe.
Yeah, I would say something that is severe is women initiate 80% of divorces and they're breaking up a family
Right.
and leaving their kids without a man in the home. And they do that based off how they feel.
Right.
So most divorces end because it's due to irreconcilable differences. I think that's the word. And they end up leaving their man based off how they feel.
Right.
Men, generally speaking, we don't break up relationships and we don't divorce women from a general standpoint.
No, you just go to the next one without moving on, without leaving this one.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that means that if a woman is in a relationship with a man, but she doesn't have any discernment of regulating her emotions knowing when to make good judgment, when to let her emotions out, she's kind of all over the place. You said which one is more detrimental.
Right.
I'm saying that, we have stats on it that when a woman can't control her emotions, it's detrimental to society.
Right.
Most of the school shooters and degenerates and juvenile delinquents and stuff like that all come from single mother homes.
Right.
So that means that those women either, we got to say about since they're leaving men, those women left men.
Right.
Generally speaking, I'm sure there's some exceptions to the rule where he's a really deadbeat.
Right.
Forget about the exceptions, but generally speaking, those women can't control their emotions, so they left the man. So I would say overall, if we're speaking about discernment, women are making the detrimental decisions when it comes to not being able to control their emotions.
Right.
So I would say that they lack the most discernment. What's your
Right.
thoughts on
And,
that?
and I'm agreeing with you on that for sure.
But
Discipline, you mean?
No, discernment. Discernment is like the
We're
right.
just speaking about discernment.
Oh, like choosing your battles.
No, like knowing
No,
what's
just
right and wrong.
the ability to make good judgment.
Right.
That's all it is.
Like knowing how to act. Like, okay, this person like upset me, but instead of like lashing out, I'm going to just like take it in rationally and just breathe and then respond. Like that's discernment.
Yeah, we're just using discernment. Since she said discernment, we're just using it as a like a bracket term to have this discussion to see which is worse, the man or the woman lacking in discernment, and how detrimental it is in a relationship, in the family, and in society. So, okay. So then would you concede on that point? Would you say that, if we're saying that I do overall think that men and women lack discernment, right? But if we're looking at it, which is more detrimental, would you say that women lack the discernment?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say yeah, but I say the men lack the most discernment in a relationship, in being able to provide stability, safety, trust. Because I feel like it's not impossible for them to give, but I feel like a lot of men stay a lot of surface
I
level
don't
with
think that men lack discernment more than women lack discernment in a relationship. I just think that women's standards are too high. I think that you're hypergamous and you're never satisfied. What's your thoughts on that?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But good convo. I like the back and forth. Quick thinker too. On your toes. That's good. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.